Okay, hopefully our mics are working and everything.
Is it working? Is it working?
This is Russell.
What up?
With Artisan Cutlery. This is my first video of the SHOT Show.
Woo!
Yeah,
It's
number
early.
one. You're number one. Okay, so you've got some new knives you want to tell us about.
Just a few.
We got Dylan Mallory here in the background. Yeah, so he's got some new knives here on the table as well. And Russell, take it away.
Cool. All right, so let's start with the nice stuff. We're going to go with a few new designer models we have going on here. So, first one that I am very proud of, we're really happy to do this one. We have the Centauri, designed by Ray Laconico. This knife has a nice full carbon fiber scale, nice and lightweight. Titanium on the back. I know you don't like that, but kept the knife light. And as you can see, this is a front clipper. Really clean, crisp action. Really nice blade shape. We did full jimping on the top here. Kept the blade nice and clean. Just our logo, model number, and Ray's logo is on the back right here on the back spacer. Contoured pocket clip, and just a real nice knife in the hand. Really, it's just so damn slicey. It's got a nice wide blade, nice thin stock.
Yes,
nice
it is thin stock.
It is so thin.
What's the weight? Do you know right offhand?
Not off the top of my head, but I will say this is lighter than your average artisan knife because of the full carbon fiber scale. And we wanted to keep it
lighter than the full-size proponent?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Hey,
shot across the
oh man, hey, we made that knife with that purpose in mind. That thing's a beast, but this is meant to be I can't quite call it a gentleman's knife because it is a little bit bigger than that.
It is. What's the blade size on this?
That one is our just a bit shy under a bit over 3.75.
Yeah, that's a full size.
Not a small knife, but I do happen to have in my pocket the prototype.
Oh.
For a small version.
Oh, okay. Hey,
right
maybe you'll do that in the future.
We'll see. Just,
Take her down.
Just FYI.
Maybe some micarta.
Maybe.
Liner along.
Maybe.
Just hire me. I'll help you out. Okay.
We'll see how this goes. Next. So, I know you like this one. We have a small
But
version.
you don't have you don't have a name for this yet.
Oh, that's the Centauri.
Centauri. I'm sorry. I wasn't even listening. Okay.
So
now I'll listen.
Oh, so now we have a small version of our Hyperion. So you got the big one, I got the small one.
I got the big one. There's a small one.
So 3-inch blade, bit more kind of like they're meant to be kind of a Lanny / Barlow. This is a bit more akin to the size of a true Barlow, but still nice in stock. 2-sided carbon fiber. I know that makes you happy. Kept the same clip pattern.
Who is D-Rocket?
That is Daryl Caston. Daryl Caston does some very interesting. He's an engineer and has some crazy knives out there. This is a very different design than what I'm used to seeing from him, but it's super unique in the way it's been done. And also, the guy is great with his CNC. Like, he has some really interesting designs. And this one, I think, kind of exemplifies the design a bit more for me, maybe because I have smaller hands, but I think this small version really kind of is a lot more gentlemanly and a lot more easy to carry. It's lightweight. We kept it nice and slim and just beautiful, just gentle everyday carry.
This one here is actually, this is actually a skosh under 5 ounces.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
So this is fairly light. This is a 9-inch knife
because
with a 4-inch blade.
It's got carbon fiber on both sides and then super thin tie liners. Like, it is pretty light. For something that it's as butt heavy as this guy, like, it's got a big old butt.
On both sides.
Yeah, but it's a great knife and really comfortable in hand. Like, for me, because I have smaller hands, this one fits very comfortably here. Just kind of scooch down, just like.
Now you just need to do one in G10.
Yeah.
About that size.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But this is the Hyperion, small Hyperion.
So you say Smoky Mountain's going to do some in brass?
They actually already have the full-size ones in brass, copper, and bronze. Do you want to play with that one a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Here we go. This is the little guy. Huh? Oh, wow, that is light.
I know, right?
That is nice. Now, that is a real gentleman carry. And for $29, what is it, $29.95?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. No, you might need a decimal point for that.
Okay.
But probably not exactly a decimal point, because that should be, if that is close to our regular pricing structure, that will be well under $300. Probably at the end of the day, probably even under $200.
Oh, yeah. Because I think mine was like $208 MAP.
And with the smaller size, usually knock off a few bucks. Yeah. Again, still has 35 VN.
But yeah, I like this. I really
slick.
do. I
It
like
turned
it
out
a
so
lot.
slick.
This is really a traditional look, but it flips,
Very
carries. I
modern.
like it really well.
All right, so now that actually you don't have names, we actually have to kind of tool the name on this guy.
Okay.
But this is a new design by Dirk Kingston. This is very much a tactical knife because it's got one hell of a blade. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, man. And this, Dirk actually, I talked with him a while, internal jimping for
Wow.
extra grip.
Okay.
So Dirk mentioned that this knife is a handle minimized design. Pretty much this should be all the way at the end of your hand in a full grip. So if I'm gripping this where it's supposed to be gripped with my thumb up here, like this, it's barely at the edge of my relatively small hand. But here, try it in your hand, because I know you got bigger hands than I do. I've had almost everyone who I've handed this knife to say that it's really comfortable in the hand.
Yeah,
and
it's fine.
we are a solid, probably 2 glove size difference. And I've handed this to some people who don't fit your average XXL gloves, and they're like, yeah, it feels great. Like, I don't believe it. Dirk did some magic with this handle. It feels
you
great.
can't feel that. Yeah.
It's the jimping's
That's
there.
nice.
It's there when you need it. If you press into the jimping, it works. If you don't, it's not present.
Wow.
So we're going to do a few tweaks on this guy. We're changing the flipper.
Tap way up front. Bang.
External stop pin, really old school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Dirk has not done a design like this in a long time, and this is actually very reminiscent of his Razorback model, so his fixed blade, which I handled a couple of those at Blade Show. I love it. It is a wicked tactical knife, but it's not as, compared to the Proponent, it's not nearly as chunky, but this is a stout little knife.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stout knife, but it's not a 4-inch blade. This is what, 3.5 maybe?
3.5-ish? Yeah, it's not small, but it certainly isn't huge. And that's kind of his idea. Is this knife should be able to do a lot without being really big. And I think he nailed that. Like, this is a knife that, I mean, look at that blade shape. That is a very aggressive Tonto. And if you're using that as a work knife, sure, you get that chunky tip, you get a fine point. If this is a tactical knife, well, I can't speak too much to what you would do, but I can tell you what you can do with it, and that would probably do pretty well.
Cool. Very cool.
I know it's kind of against things, but try to reverse it.
Let's see. The name is going to be Barn Chaparral Wagon.
We'll work on something.
Something I can pronounce.
We got to go and select a couple of things. Try that guy in reverse. Try doing a reverse grip with that one.
Okay.
See how that feels for you.
I'm a dangerous man.
Yeah, stabby.
Yeah.
But it really does fit well in the hand. It is just... Dirk does some magic with his handles, I swear. If anyone's had a chance to handle his customs, even just the plain fixed blades he's done, or any of the collaborations he's done, they all feel amazing in hand. And I don't even know how he does it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that one turned out great. So, name pending. Number 2, name pending. So we've been working on this one for a while. This is the 1822, and we've had various versions of this knife at SHOT Show, at Blade Show, at Blade West, for a while. Cool thing about this guy, this has a new proprietary lock that we do not have a name for yet, but I'll be thinking of one.
Okay.
And this one performs in a multitude of ways. So it does just hit the flipper. There we go. Pull down on the bars here. Closes like so. Same thing. Press on the lip right here. Closes like that. Let's do that again. There we go. Better. Or open like so. Pull on a single bar. Closes like so. Thumb hole opening. Sure, why not?
So your fingers are not in the way when you close it because it's not a frame lock or liner lock, that kind of thing.
And this whole unit back here is just one piece that's set into the frame, and this one is on a coil spring with a lock. The stop pin is set inside there, so it's got some similarities to other locks out there. But we went through the books on this guy to make sure this is not copying off anyone else's design. This is our own entirely, and it performs well, especially with this ramp here. As long as your fingers engaged on top of the knife in the proper safe position, because I swear if you're doing something like this, so okay, but if you're holding it like this, you are safe. This lock will not disengage. Even if you really want to be, if you want to be smart, you can always do this and drop it on your finger. We made sure the flipper is actually very much oversized, so it falls on your finger. There's a bias towards the close, so this is, if you kind of can't tell, but there's a bias here, so it stays safe. It took a lot of work to get this knife where it is. We might even do a few more tweaks on it to get it even better, but we are really proud of this. It's taken us years to get this lock and get it done right, and it just turned out so neat. Even then, this blade, I love that blade shape, that Bowie. It's actually got a fairly slim handle. Here, give that a feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, it kind of feels a lot like the way you actuate an axis lock.
An axis, an arc. The
I
axis
mean, you're
is
just
soft
pulling
version.
back,
Yeah,
and then it stops here.
It does.
Or
So
you
that's that
can
bias.
keep it pulled back and let
Keep
it
going.
drop off. No,
Yeah,
it won't.
there it goes. So yeah, the axis lock, the arc, the SOGS version that they have on the Terminus.
Okay.
The Spyderco ball
You can
lock.
finger flick it open.
Yeah.
Oh, then it will drop all the way.
So as long as you keep it pulled all the way back,
pulled
it'll
all
be a
the
full
way
drop
back,
close.
it will drop.
There you go.
There it goes. Yeah.
So it's a really slick design, and even after all the changes, we wanted to keep this as something that was kind of futuristic looking, kind of unique, but it really, at the end of the day, is a very functional, practical knife with a lock that makes it really accessible and really quick to use.
Yeah, you don't get your fingers in the way, that's for sure.
It's really cool. I love this one. All right, cool. So, one for the books, because this one,
What?
One for the books. This is our first true slip joint, and this is a Dylan Mallory design.
Yeah.
JG10. This will be probably coming in other colors, probably, but this is a true slip joint. Half stop, nice clean blade, except for the fingerprints, but very sleek shape, really thin, great, just general use slip joint. Nice finger choil right there, just fits in the hand really well. This turned out so nice. Like, it just turned out so beautiful.
And the blade steel is not D2 anymore. It's 14C28. And
we're going to play around with that. We'll see
so we
if it
went
works
to
out well for us.
Sandvik, which is great. Then you can just do some in micarta.
Yeah, you know, we'll see what happens, but you know what? The template of this knife turned out to be...
But that's really, really light. No pocket clip, but it's really just like a traditional knife. And being G10, it's not going to scratch it. Just slide it in your pocket.
We're going to see
big.
maybe a slip. We might make a slip to go with it or something. Maybe just like a little leather slip.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'll see.
That'd be nice.
But just the profile is just so great. It's such a nice, gentle user. And as someone who I didn't really grow up with slip joints. Like, I like slip joints. I've come to have an appreciation of them. And, you know, this is a nice intermediate between someone like me who's used to the more tactical, more modern knives. Because this is not a truly traditional shape, but it'll perform just as well as any other traditional knife.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we're super happy with this. Dylan's pretty happy with it.
Nice blade shape. Really is. And man, that is really, really light. I'll bet that's well under 3 ounces. That's maybe 2.2. I mean, that feels bug out light.
Might even be under 2, because that is lighter than a bug out.
Yeah, bug out's like 2.1,
Super
but
light.
yeah, I think this is lighter than the bug out. It is really light. So kind of really, very nice.
Yeah.
There's Dylan. Oh, he's ignoring us over there. Talking about his knife. Okay. All right, that's cool. Name to be...
we'll figure it out. TBD.
TBD.
All right, so...
That's a name I can pronounce.
Yeah, TBD.
Yeah.
So, now we have two things that I did not even expect to see at this show. These are kind of nuts. But we'll just show you. So, you've seen the Archeo.
Yes.
You've seen the Archeo.
Yes, I like the Archeo.
Yeah, it's a great knife. There's something a little different about this guy. Besides the titanium pocket clip.
That's nice. And gee, what could that be? Oh,
non-locking.
It doesn't lock.
Yep.
It's a non-locking double detent, did
double
you say?
detent, yep. So this is a...
So, there you go.
detent style non-locking knife. Kind of holds slick in this position, has a good amount of hold, so you don't just break naturally.
Yeah.
You can close like so. Pops open with the flipper. You can close like so. Very fidgety. We put a titanium pocket clip on this guy to differentiate it, and you notice that little hole right there? So we just tied these on in the factory. You take this little pin and snaps into place. Now it is locked.
Oh wow!
Without being a true locking knife. Pop the pin out.
So what does the pin look like?
Just a little pin with a little snap on the end.
Okay. So that just snaps into place.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, all of a sudden, it locks.
Yeah, or you can lock it closed. Pocket drop it, and there you go.
Wow.
It's really slick. And
so now you can't open it.
The fidget factor is great. It's actually a tiny bit smaller than the original Archeo by just a few, like I I can't even say inches, but it's just a hair smaller. And we wanted to make these for some different markets, more European, Asian market, and these knives are kind of blowing up over there. And as it goes, this is honestly in the U.S. market pretty cool too.
That's a great design, and I mean, you can flip it open, a double detent, and some of that non-locking stuff is getting pretty popular. So it's nice to offer that kind of option.
Yeah. And we also did the cutlass in the same pattern, but this time we use a Damascus. So, boop.
Cutlass in Damascus. You know, I've never put a cutlass on my channel, but
well, you should.
Yeah.
You should. Well, yeah, you know. Gee, there's someone you can talk to about that. Who's talking to you right now?
Yeah.
So we did this same kind. We had a nice, I like that purple clip. And this one actually, the cutlass doesn't have the breakaway. So we kept the ring on there. Everything's the same. Same lock and pin. Just pop that in there.
Oh.
Can't see it on camera. There we go. There we go. In there.
So now you're making this in a non-locking as well, right?
We'll see if it works. We're just kind of playing with the idea, but we figured we'd make a few of the shows, see what the reception was like. So far, it's been pretty good. People are very impressed with these, and they're just like, it's a fun knife to play with. But on top of that, if you're going somewhere where you can't carry a locking knife, you can have, if you like the Archeo, now we're giving you even more options to carry everywhere. Smaller, bigger, non-locking, affordable, cooler, more like, carbon fiber titanium. It's cool.
Yeah.
And these they're such a different thing to see at a show like this.
The cutlass is very unique in design.
It's a dowel. It's a Chinese dowel in folding form. Now a non-locking dowel. There we go. All right, so almost last, we have one new CGRB. You've seen most of the CGRB models.
Yeah.
So we have a new one. This one we're using the same lock we have on this guy right here.
Ah, okay.
But we're doing a steel version of it on a steel rail. Again, we're kind of TBD on the name. That's my bad. I gotta work on that. So same thing. Hold down, close, press on it, close, one finger, close, etc. Hold up here if you really want to. Close on the finger. Finish closing like so. Kept a nice large flipper tab for that. And this is really this is a work knife. It's got a great usable blade, practical handle, nice kind of firm grip in hand, deep carry pocket clip, little brass accent on there. And as CGRB goes, we're hopefully gonna keep this guy under $60. We'll see, because it does have the new lock. We might have to adjust a little bit, but we intend for this to be a budget-friendly knife with great action and a great mechanism that is affordable, cool, and absolutely practical. So I wish I had a cooler name for it. I got to think of a good name for it, but we shall see. But we're really happy with the way this came out. This was actually. We wanted to have this design out previously, but we wanted to kind of spruce it up a little bit, and we decided to change it up so it would fit this lock. And it fits the knife really well. It's just a good user. And that's what we want our CGRB models to be, and this just adds another level of functionality to it. So I'll let you play with that guy a bit.
Okay, so CJRB, TBD.
TBD, another TBD.
TBD model. Okay, so even if you had your finger down here and you disengage this.
So pull the lock down.
Pull the lock. Oh, yeah.
So it closes on that large flipper tab.
So it drops on the flipper tab.
And on top of that, again, it doesn't close all the way towards the bias. So on the close, it doesn't. But you can also flip it up, and as long as you pull the lock all the way back, it free falls. We might want to adjust the spring on this one a little bit. I feel like the prototype models have a slightly soft spring. I'm suggesting we put a slightly stiffer spring in there, but we're going to play with it. Again, it's a prototype, so we're still adjusting it. But right now, this is going to be very close to how this is going to be released, and it's pretty darn slick. I think it's really slick.
So even if you had your finger in the way, this is going to release and this flipper tab come down. But it's probably not the ideal way.
Not ideal, but with all the other ways you can close it, you have options.
Yeah, you do have a lot of options.
And as long as you hold the knife with your finger where it should be, behind the finger, like right where the jimping is, as long as you apply pressure to that lock, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
If you happen to want to baton this knife and you're smacking it around and you're hitting the lock, well, I don't know, maybe something will happen, but it's with any lock. If used correctly, this is an absolutely safe lock.
Absolutely.
And that's what we wanted to design, something that is safe and practical. As I mentioned with the other one, same thing. And it works well. It's super smooth. It's super quick. It feels nice. especially the finger one. I like that one.
Yeah, a lot of fidget factor there.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And I got one more for you.
Okay.
One more. It's not. You already saw the model first, but we do have a.
Oh yeah.
We made 6 of these.
Yeah. I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah, titanium Damascus Centauri. We figured we'd go for a little wow factor this year, so we only brought 2 to the show. But ooh, look at that guy. That is so nice looking.
See, that's what I told you to do with this. Both sides the same, but
well, it's both. They're
this
both
is
titanium.
Mokutai. Yeah, I know.
It's not Mokutai. It's a titanium Damascus. It's Chinese-made titanium Damascus. I actually prefer this over. Well, personally, I prefer this over regular Damascus. I've seen a lot of Damascus clips. I've seen a lot of Damascus accents. Frankly, I'm a little tired of the big chunky blue and gold. I thought the pattern of this kind of blue purple with just the tight circles and the tight form. I prefer that, and we got it locally. And you know what? Price of the 2 is about the same, to be honest. They both take a lot of work to make, but we thought this was beautiful, and we were like, we're going to do it. We're going to make a knife with this, dress it up, make it over the top, make it pretty, and it shines on this model.
Yeah, that's beautiful. This is a Centauri.
Centauri, yeah.
Centauri.
So like the dude with the horse bottom.
Centauri.
But in the sky. Centauri.
Okay.
Alpha Centauri, Beta Centauri, etc.
Okay.
So cool looking. Oh.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there are very few available. We only made 6, but as soon as this gets back to somewhere, it's going to be on sale on the website.
This one? Yeah. How much do you sell these for?
I think it was 6 something.
Yeah, I can imagine it's going.
So it demands a premium price for a very obvious reason.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Man.
I love
pretty.
it. Wow.
But yeah, that's what we got this year, along with this is the first time CGRB has been at SHOT Show, so all the CGRBs are essentially new for SHOT Show, so you've seen all those. But that's it for Artisan this year. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, wow. You know what? Hey, did you see that guy behind you?
This dude?
Oh,
this dude, yeah.
Oh, where did the knife go?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
There it is. Oh, never mind.
We'd have some problems if that happens.
Don't let me in here. I've got a problem, a knife problem.
We all have those problems. I have that problem.
Well, thank you so much, Russ. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for stopping by, man. Always a pleasure.
Bye.